Hello there.
The Atomic Fair.
Guys, this video, we're not doing an intro or anything. This is just going to be a little bit of a rant and a reaction to the news of Marvel's latest creative decision on what to do with Venom. This has always blown my mind about Marvel Comics. It's like, instead of taking the characters who have been established for years and continuing to create more good stories, or at the bare minimum, creative stories, they choose to treat everything as a mantle to be passed around from character to character and continue to let everybody in the world become every character in the world. I mean, next we're going to have Aunt May as Venom. Maybe we'll have Uncle Ben as Venom. Maybe we'll have Donald Duck as Venom. I mean, it gets to a crazy point in Marvel Comics where they're so creatively bankrupt for no reason at all, other than political or ideological or some like fucking global scheme to dismantle all of entertainment and movies and comics with like woke ideology and woke garbage. So in order to do that, they have to shuffle in these kinds of bankrupt stories, knowing it's going to divide and piss off fans, and knowing that it's overall going to probably ruin the name and the reputation of their brand. They continue to do it anyways. When you ask yourself why, it almost seems like it's all part of a grander plan. But nonetheless, Marvel's new Venom is Mary Jane Watson. This is the creative choice that they've decided to go down. Now, recently, Marvel has also made Eddie Brock Carnage. That's way more fine to me. That's way better and way more tolerable. When we're talking Mary Jane Watson, Spider-Man's girlfriend, not only is like she become a heroine at some point where she's become like Spider-Girl or Spider-Woman at various points in the comics, we now have her becoming supervillains. She also became Scream in the Spider-Man 2 game, which was terrible as well, but for whatever reason, the writing there worked a little bit better. This is just completely garbage. What's hilarious to me too is that they also drew her to still have a masculine build. She's the female Venom still looks like a dude when she has the symbiote on, but then when the symbiote comes off, she's like a curvy, busty girl. You know, it's all part of a grander scheme for this like gender bending woke shit where they can't create attractive women anymore. When they do put like attractive women on screen or in armor, it has to be masculine. They have to look masculine. When you look at even the design of Scream in the 90s compared to this new Venom, it is just jarringly different. So Marvel decides to go down this creatively bankrupt path with their characters over and over and over again. And hell, they're gonna say, hey, if we can't make Miles Morales the main Spider-Man and like get rid of Peter Parker altogether, then we'll just take his side characters. We'll take his girlfriend. We'll take Miles himself. We'll take this and inject all of this woke garbage into the side characters, into the subplots, into the ideologies of the main characters. We'll make Peter Parker himself a little bit more woke. But I guess it's too much of a punch in the gut to straight race swap Peter Parker or to have him die off and have another Spider-Man replace him. The sales are just going to drop too much. So they decide to do this alternate route of ingesting this kind of woke shit into all of these side plots and all of these side stories. So this is the new Venom. This is Marvel's new Venom. I even think the Venom design is pretty terrible. It's not too different than the old Venom design, other than like a gold spider, not a very scary looking face. For some reason, almost human looking teeth and just things like that. Just stale designs that don't bring too much to the table. So none of it is a surprise there. But comment down below and let me know what you guys think about Marvel's new Venom. I know there's a lot of people who are potentially reading this run who are going to come to defend it, who weren't alive when comics were truly great. Hell, even in 2015, when you had the Secret Wars run, that was probably Marvel's last great creative story that I can think of off the top of my head. They've had some really good ones in between, but for the most part, a lot of it is just woke, creatively bankrupt garbage with characters mantles pass around to different characters. So we have alternate versions of Thor, alternate versions of Spider-Man, alternate versions of this, alternate versions of that. Them adapting stories because there's movies coming out. So like Thanos is going to be the next villain. So we're going to make a lot of comics surrounding Thanos right now. Or Doom is going to be the villain next year in an Avengers movie. So we're going to create a new Doom story. That's another thing going on in Marvel right now. Comics haven't been good in years in years. The movies are going the same way. It's another product of like a dying culture and a dying society. So they have to destroy the entertainment, destroy the video games, destroy the comics, destroy the movies. That's all of what we're seeing here, guys. So comment down below. Let me know what you think about the continuing slow inching away and decline of Marvel. It's just slow enough that people can argue it and debate it and say, hey, people are just bitter, people are just politically divided, or they don't want to accept new characters, or they can find ways to blame the audience. So it's just a slow enough death that like when you look back a decade, you'll say, what the hell happened? When you look back to yesterday or you look back to last year, you'll say, hey, it's not that different. It's not that much worse. So we'll see the continuing slow decline and death of Marvel. We'll see what happens to the movies here after Avengers Secret Wars and Doomsday, with that putting a little bit more life into the lifeline, I guess, of the Marvel movies. We'll see how those are handled after this, but comment down below, guys. Let me know what you think. The tide is definitely turning away from this kind of garbage and nonsense, but Marvel, Disney, movie companies, video game companies, comic companies are going to continue to push this until they're at a breaking point, or until society or the people who fund them completely abandon these ideologies, because that is the deeper thing at play here. So for those wondering why Marvel continues to push this garbage, there's your answer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below with your thoughts, and until next time, be safe, stay well. Bye-bye.